everybody, here we go again. We are here with another deck list from Dragon into the Round Table. So I'm here with my Altergeist deck list, which is very visible. You can, with the extra deck, it does not really matter. You just need the main cards in this deck though. The extra deck is where you can visibly change that easily, but what I play is what I can play right now. I would play Borload or a Topologic in here, or a Firewall, just so I can, but I do not have the money at the moment to get them. I will be trying to get some soon to play around with, but I will be glad to play with these soon. This deck, I have a friend who might be playing with Altergiest at the YCS in Memphis. That's coming in April 21st and 2nd. So let's get into this. So first things first, if you are playing 3 Melozeke, basic 3 Melozeke, 3 Siliquist, if I'm pronouncing that right. Pretty much all she does is you can attack directly, pop a monster if your opponent's field. Whenever she's destroyed, you can add another. Whenever she's sent from the field to the graveyard, you can add another authorized card that's not her with her name to your hand. Siliquist, you can send back to your hand one Altergeist card and then send back a card on your opponent's field back to their hand. And also, whenever she's just sent from the field to the graveyard, you can add one Altergeist spell or trap back to your hand from the graveyard. Now, then we're playing 3 Marionetter. Her effect, you can, whenever she's normal summoned, you can set a spell and trap, Altergeist spell and trap from your deck directly. And then also, if she has her effect, you can send away one Altergeist monster and target that monster and another monster in your graveyard that's Altergeist and swap the two practically. But you can only do that once per turn. And people say this does not work with the deck really well. But if this deck does not clog, I've tested this many times. You do need 3 Konkori, because you're not seeing Konkori all the time though. But you want to see her enough times to where you can have her in your hand to have for defense. Because when your opponent starts attacking you with like Firewall and you're just getting attacked by these monsters with high attack, you need her. And then for, I believe it's the only, yeah, and then the one hand trap. Did I put the other one? Yeah, okay. So yeah, you're only playing one hand trap. That's just like a third of, that's like a third of the deck right there. Alright, for spells, you're playing 3 Scapegoat. Also in the deck, in the extra deck, I will be playing 2 Link Spires if I can find my copies. Hopefully. Alright, and then you're playing Double Summon. Double Summon that's what I tried to double summon at 3. It clogged all the time. It practically, whenever I drew it and I didn't have 2 monsters in my hand, it clogged. It can still sometimes clog if you already used all your monsters. You want this in your starting hand in like beginning game hands, because this right here, once you start playing with Melozeke or Marionetter, you could just do her effect. You can do, or you had 2 Marionetter, you can activate this, bring out 2 Melozeke or 2 Marionetter, and then take them off for a link monster, and you're set. Now the one of spells, you're playing 1 Dress, 1 Gravity Lash, and 1 for 1. These are the only spells you're actually playing. It's a very low count of spells, but this deck doesn't really count on spells that much. Now for Altergeist trap cards, you're playing 3 of Protocol, 3 Spoofing, because this deck just mills through the deck so easily. You just don't need, Spoofing just makes it where you can throw back your brick towns, like recycle your brick towns. That's the only reason I actually play 3 of it. You're playing 3 Manifestation. 3, because Manifestation is like great, Call the Haunted practically, but it's better. And then 3 Camouflage, and that's all the Altergeist cards. Camouflage just makes it where your monsters can't be targeted for attacks. Alright, for the air traps, you're playing Solemn Strike and Solemn Warning. I'm working on getting my Solemn Judgment soon. So, and then this is a odd card to play out there now. People would be like, what? You guys might be worrying about this, but it's Link Restart. What it does is, if your opponent, like a spell card or a trap card that inflicts battle damage to you, which people will be playing all them traps that do that. And also chain burns can't hate this card. And also if you have a link monster in your graveyard, you can special summon and negate the attack that ability. You negate the effect activation. You're playing 1 torrential, 1 dimensional barrier, and 1 mirror force. That's it for the deck. Main deck. Let's go to the extra deck, which you are playing 3 Prime Banshee. I can't wait to get the new Altergiest support. I will begin a new update once those come out soon, in the new Flames of Destruction pack. But yes, playing 2 Hexia. I want the other Link monster to set up the combo that is really good with this deck, which I'll show you in a minute, with Prime Banshee, Hexia, and that other Link monster, I forgot her name, and then with Time Wizard, which is right there. You're also playing Akashic, and then Triple Burst Dragon. Triple Burst Dragon is only meant for its one effect to bring back, like if you need to pop him off and then bring out an Altergeist Hexia. It's an easy pop off. Your opponent won't see it coming. They'll be like, wait a second, what? You just popped off that big monster? If he gets targeted, activates a quick effect to where you can pop him off, bring back Hexia, and then your opponent has to deal with that. Trigate Wizard would be good with this effect. So you first things first, you bring out Akashic or Prime Banshee in your top zone, your extra deck monster zone. And then you go for Trigate under. Then you go for Triple Burst on the left, and then you go for an Hexia on this side. So Trigate has now all his effects, and he can also do massive damage. And that is all. And I would ask you for a link to like. I would love you guys to like and subscribe, and please comment if there is anything you would like to say for the Altergeist deck, like for what extra deck monsters I should use in there. But yeah. Thanks. Peace out.